Hey guys, this is Leeza. So lately I've gotten a ton of messages from you guys in my Insta DMs with relationship questions that go something like this. Hi Leeza, I really like this girl in college, but she never talks to me and I don't know what to do. What should I do? Or, hey Leeza, I really like this guy in my office, but he doesn't even know my name. What should I do? And so today I wanted to talk about how to make the first move. Now before I get into it, I just want to put it out there that it is totally okay for girls to make the first move. I think many of us still hold on to this antiquated belief that the guy should always make the first move. But that's just not the case. Girls make the first move. I think whoever wants to get to know someone should just make the first move instead of waiting and worrying and wondering. So everything I say today is applicable to both guys and girls. Step number 1 to making the first move for me is getting over your fear of rejection. And not just in the dating world, but in life itself. I think overcoming your fear of rejection takes you places because so many times it is that fear of failure or being bad at something or not getting what we want that stops us from doing the thing in the first place. Well, guess what? If you don't do it, you definitely won't get it. At least if you try, you might get it. So always just do the thing instead of fearing rejection. And that same philosophy applies to making the first move. Get rid of your fear of rejection. Okay, so now you're ready to make the first move, but how do you actually go about it? Now, I would recommend not thinking of this as some sort of mating ritual. Just think of it as an opportunity to make a new friend. So that first initial approach doesn't have to be coming on too strong. It doesn't have to be overly sexual or touchy-feely or anything, just be warm, friendly, and the way you would treat anyone you like, not just a member of the opposite sex or the same sex, depending on your orientation. You gotta just treat that person like a human being that you wanna get to know, rather than it being, boom, you're hitting on them from the get-go. It's also much better to be straightforward than covert and kind of creepy. Don't just stand and stare at them or, go and 200 pictures of them theirs on Insta back to back, or kind of accidentally brush up against them. That's just weird. You should be straightforward, smile, and go up to them. So if you're in the same space as them regularly, if they're in college with you or at work with you, then muster up the courage to go up to them, say hello, introduce yourself, ask them about their day, just start a conversation. And if they seem receptive, you can request to be able to continue that conversation over a coffee or something. If you're not often in the same place together, then you should send them a message. But again, it should be sincere and personal. You've got to tell them why you want to meet them and a little bit about yourself, and you've got to make it interesting enough for that person to be be cool to meet this person. But whether you do it in person or via message, if the person does not reciprocate or doesn't seem interested, that's okay. You have to be able to take that in your stride. And that's that first step I mentioned about being okay with rejection. Move on. Let them go. Let it be. And just get on with your life. And when it comes to making the first move physically, because that's another sort of subset of the questions I receive, that now you're in a relationship, but how do we take things to the next level? Again, I would say follow similar rules. Just ask. There's something really sexy about explicitly asking for consent. Just be I totally understand if you don't want to do this, if you're not ready for it, nothing will change, but I'd love to hold your hand, or I'd love to kiss you, or I'd love to do whatever it is that you want to do, and see if they're up for it. The best way to make the first move is to just make your intentions clear. So basically, make the first move, don't be afraid to, and if it doesn't work out, that's okay. If it does work out, amazing. If you don't try, you'll never know. I hope you liked this video. Please give it a big thumbs up if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'll see you next time. Bye!